this video, we're going to get familiar with using Unity. Before we get into actually navigating your scenes and being able to use Unity and turn it into a second-hand nature, we need to first get familiar with creating objects. Let's create a scene for ourselves that we can actually navigate. The thing that we're going to do is create a floor. We can do that by using a cube to represent the floor. There are multiple ways to create a game object in Unity. The first way is to select a game object in the top menu and select a 3D object. You'll see here that we have a selection of objects available from cube to sphere, capsule, and others. We're going to select the cube. When you create a cube, it's going to have some varying position data. Let's set that position data to 0, tab 0, tab 0. When I'm modifying these values, if you just hit tab, it will take you to the next column that you can modify. By setting the position to 0, 0, 0, we're centering that cube at the center of the world. If we look in our game view, we can actually see that cube in the exact center. The next thing we need to do is rename it to floor. So here is our floor, and now we need to actually make it look like a floor. So we're going to adjust the scale. I can use one of the tools on the left here to resize that object, but we'll get into these tools in another video. For now, we're just going to increase the scale, let's say 10 units on the X and 10 units on the Z. I can then drag that object down. So you can see here, if I don't see this option, I can select this move tool, which gives me these 3 arrows, and I can drag this cube down. Alternatively, you can set it to -2.4. So now we have an actual floor. So what I want you to do as a challenge is I'd like you to create 3 game objects. I want you to create a sphere, a capsule, and a cylinder and place them around your floor. Position them. They don't have to be perfect, just position them. They can be floating. For example, if I were to create a sphere, and I'll show you a second way to actually create this. In the hierarchy here, I can right click in the hierarchy, go to 3D object. I could also hit this plus icon, 3D object. Many ways to create a game object in Unity. We just need to either be in the scene view or the hierarchy. So I'm going to right click, 3D object, and I'm going to create that sphere. And I just want to make it so I can actually see the sphere in my scene. If I want to get a better view of it, you can right click in the scene view and actually look around, and you can use the WSAD keys to maneuver. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out and get on another angle of it and position it over the center of our floor. Go ahead and create 2 more game objects. If we look at the options, I want you to create a capsule and a cylinder and space them out so they're all next to each other.